So I've been driving my truck a whole lot more, and let me tell you guys something. I really love this thing, but we're gonna talk about something important, and that's fuel mileage. Now, first of all, let me tell you guys about my setup. This is an F250 custom. It's got a 460 big block in it, 5-speed, 4x4. I'm running about 33-inch tires on it, and besides that, everything is factory on it. Let's see, I picked up a few things in it, an engine block for another project, Jeep, a few other things. And let me tell you guys something. The horror stories are true. These trucks are not good on gas. So today I decided to find out how bad they actually are. So we're gonna go and fill up and do our own calculations to see what kind of fuel mileage I'm getting out of this. As you guys know, I live in California, so never mind the price of the gas. So here we are, filling up the rear tank of this truck, and that's where we're gonna run our test. We're gonna see just how much money it takes to fill this up, and we're gonna be driving on this rear tank all day, a few trips, and when we're done, we're gonna fill it back up and see how much money it takes to refill that thing. To see how much gas we spent. Alright, catch you guys back on in a bit. Alright, so the tank appears to be full now, and in total we pumped 12.09 gallons. At the end of our trip today, we're gonna come back to the same pump and fill it up again and see how much gas we spent. Alright, so here we are, about to head on to our first trip. Right now I am sitting, actually, oh, I haven't switched the tank yet. We're gonna switch over to the rear tank, which we just filled up. We are going to also reset the trip odometer to 0, but I am also going to be using the GPS on my phone, because I don't think that reading here is going to be too accurate, since, you know, my tires are a little bit bigger than the factory ones. So then we'll have to make some calculations, and we'll see what exactly fuel mileage we're getting. So as you guys can see, my first trip, according to my GPS, should be around 18.8 miles, so about 19. We'll see what my my trip odometer says, but yep, we're gonna mainly go by the GPS here. Alright fellas, seems that we have made it to our first destination. Now, if you go by what my odometer says, my trip odometer on the car, you'll see that it's reading that I've traveled 15.6 miles so far. Now, the GPS did say that this was 18.8 miles away, so I'm gonna go with the GPS because, like I told you guys, my tires are a bit bigger than the stock ones. I believe the stock ones are 31s and these are 33. So it makes sense, you know, it's a bigger tire. The car thinks we've traveled a little bit less than what we actually have. Yeah, I'm gonna go with what the GPS says. Alright fellas, so we've arrived at our second destination for today. Let's take a look. We've got, according to the trip odometer on the car, 32.2 miles. You can see it's already made a dent on the on the fuel we added earlier this morning. But that is what we want, because we want to calculate the amount of miles we're getting. Now, the GPS on my phone, let's see if you guys can see that. We've done 2 trips so far. For the mileage, on the first trip it was 18.8 miles, and the second trip 19.8 miles. So we got a little bit, quite a bit more, I would say. Almost 40 miles here. Well, let's see, about 37, about 38 miles, and we still got to drive home from here. So we'll see if that makes it go a little bit more down, and then we'll go and add the gas so we can make calculations. Alright guys, we're back and we are headed out home to our last trip. According to the trip odometer, we are at 32.2 miles and tank is still looking almost full. According to my GPS here, the drive home is 21.7 miles away. I believe the GPS is correct, and this will probably read something else, but when we get home we will be able to then go to the gas station and we will pump gas, which will be the important number, and afterwards we'll just divide the number of miles by the number of gallons that were used. And look at this nice truck right next to me. Oh yes, an Arrow Nose. I wonder if it's a 460 as well. It's got the same exhaust I have. 4x4. Who knows? It's a beautiful truck. Alright, so we're back exactly where we started this morning. Apparently, according to this trip odometer, if you guys can see it, we made exactly 50.8 miles. And that is what the truck thinks, but like I said, the tires on this truck are a little bit bigger than what the odometer thinks. So I basically went by what the GPS said to me, and we're about to right now calculate how many miles we actually drove today. Before I fill this up with gas. Oh, sorry guys. Here's zooming you guys in. Alright, so our first trip was 18.8 miles, plus our second trip, which was 19.8, plus our last trip was, according to the GPS, was 21.7. So according to the GPS, we traveled a total of 60.3 miles, and we're gonna use this for our calculations, but we're also, just for the fun of it, use that number over there, the 50.8. Now let me add some gas and we'll figure out how much gas we actually used. Alright. And we're just gonna add gas to this until it fills up. Oh, it's taking a lot of gas. There he goes. Let's see. So 4.58 gallons. It's more than I thought. Alright, and there we go. What's up, fellas? So we're finally home. So we have two calculations to make. According to the GPS, we traveled a total of 60.3 miles, and according to the truck odometer, it was a total of 50.8 miles. My preference is to go by what the GPS says, but I don't know. It's up to you guys, whatever you guys decide. Well, so the two calculations that we're gonna make is we're gonna divide the number of miles into the number of gallons that we spent. So, you know, in either case, we're gonna find out exactly what the miles per gallon would be in case of the GPS. So it's 60.3 divided by 4.5. So 13.4 miles. That is better than what I was expecting, to be honest. Quite surprised. 13.4. Well, they were mostly highway miles. I did get off and drive on the street a little bit, but you know, mostly highway. If we go by what the truck says, which I believe is inaccurate, so 50.8 divided by 4.5, so we get a total of 11.28 miles, so 11.3. Yeah, not bad, but yeah, not good either. So, you know, it's a truck, it's not a Honda. So hey, in my head, 13.4 miles rocks. It's not as bad as I thought. In my next video, I'm going to address a few things that I believe are going to make a difference here. So if you would like to check that out, please subscribe to my channel, hit like. Yeah, we're gonna try to get more mileage out of this truck, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Thanks.